As the attorney segment, personal injury attorney Stewart Vance from the Vance Law Firm in studio this morning, waiting to answer your legal questions live on air. As always, we tell our viewers you can help them with other questions, but you're a personal injury attorney. That is your specialty. What does that mean?
That means we handle cases that people have been injured or killed by no fault of their own. Some reckless behavior, negligent behavior of someone else has caused whatever happened to hurt the other person. And I say whatever happened, we think about a wreck, on the job injury. But there's so many things that span those things that cause it. Really, anything where someone has been hurt, that's just the easiest way. If you've been injured, you don't think you did it, or you didn't do it, it's worth a phone call.
I saw an interesting video on social media I was telling you about off camera. It's dash cam video. A woman's following a trailer vehicle. Something falls off of it, hits her car. Thankfully, she's okay. But there were some questions in the comments. One of the questions is, well, I don't know if you got a clear shot of the license plate. Would that impact the case? Another question, she said she waited until she got home to call insurance police and report it. And does that make a difference as well?
Yeah, no, ultimately. Ultimately, she would have a claim. But I want to say this, and oftentimes we get questions about insurance. People should not be hesitant or afraid to use, access, whatever, their own insurance. You pay for it. That's what it's there for. If you need it, you should use it. The insurance, in my opinion, the insurance industry has set it up where people don't want to use theirs, down to their names, the Good Hands people, the Good Neighbor, all those things. All the agents that sell insurance are friends. I mean, you go to church with them, your kids go to school with their kids, whatever it might be. And so people have this, I have a friend of mine as my insurance agent, so I get it. But if there's a claim, that agent's not handling it. The agent has no, they can't make a decision. It then goes to the company. So don't be afraid.
Department.
Yeah, don't be afraid if you have to. So in that case you're talking about, your uninsured motorist coverage is typically where that would be classified as a phantom vehicle. The vehicle dropped whatever they dropped. It caused the injury, caused the accident. You didn't get the tag number. You didn't get the company whose truck it was, whatever it was. If you did, ultimately you may be able to track that down and their insurance would pay. But if you don't freak out. And I tell people, if someone hits and runs, don't be detective and start following people and hunt them down, because that could just lead to more problems. Your insurance there's a part of your insurance that covers that. So if you have insurance, don't be afraid to use it. And likewise, check your insurance every year. If people always say, "Oh, I'm afraid to use my insurance, my rates will go up." Your rates can and probably do go up anyway, whether you've made a claim or not over the years. So I can promise you, if you make a claim, your insurance goes up, or if you don't make a claim and it goes up, there are, as we all know, hundreds of insurance companies out there.
Call another one.
Call another one. I've even seen get a different quote from a different agent. So yeah, look around, shop like you would for anything else. But yeah, that's a question that I get a lot. That hey, with the vehicle left, I didn't realize I was hurt or had done that much damage till I got home, and I found or my spouse found all these problems that they didn't know about. Yeah, so that it ultimately does not make a difference. The insurance companies may try to say that it makes a difference, but that's something we handle day in, day out. Call us if that happens.
We have a caller on the line, Elizabeth. Elizabeth, what's your question?
My question is, my mother died over 20 years ago, and she had a home, and we want to sell it, but some of them don't want to sell it. And we want to know, is the way we can sell it?
I didn't hear all of that.
So your mother had a home, but she passed away 20 years ago, and they're trying to sell the house. Who owns the home now, Elizabeth?
My mother.
She's still.
I'm the executive of the will.
Yeah, that's a question that happens a lot. Sorry for you guys' loss even that long ago. If you're the executive of the will, someone needs to make sure the title of that home goes to the right place. And in Alabama, if she had a will, that would be the priority place to look. If she didn't have a will, which there are probably more people that don't have one than do have one, Jasmine. So if you don't have a will, the state law of Alabama tells who comes next. It says who's next to inherit, whatever it might be. And
sometimes it's very specific, and it goes all the way down.
It absolutely is. And so they would first look to see if the title was clear. If she had a mortgage on that, had to pay back a loan, There might be a mortgage company that's involved and needs to be paid off. If she's got clear title on it, it should go to the next of kin based on, the intestate succession is the legal term that talks about that says, okay, if you have, if she died with a spouse, the spouse gets it if they didn't have a spouse or predeceased. There's a whole bunch of lingo, but it says who gets it. Someone that's handling the probate of your will, of your estate, would know all those things, and they should be able to tell you if it's clear. If you have clear title, you can make the decision as the executor, to confirm, yeah, that person, my sister, my brother, y'all have it together. That may be the case, that you have siblings and 5 people now own the home. You've all got to decide, yes, we want to sell it. Y'all all agree to sell it. Then you can make that decision, yes, you could sell the home. So
does it matter that it was so long ago at all? Would that impact?
It doesn't. It doesn't. If the property's still there, so the title's still there, it's in the probate office.
So that's where she needs to start.
I would start there, yeah. You could go check or talk to a probate attorney. We don't do that, but I could get you to one. They'll check the title. Something that jumps in my mind of be careful, because if it's 20 years and nothing's been done, there's probably some back taxes that need to be paid.
Fees and
I've just heard scams where people swoop in and pay back taxes and steal property. Yeah, so check on that, I would say today. But that's hopefully giving you some good direction. Thanks for calling in.
At least she knows who to call and follow up with. But we appreciate you calling in, Elizabeth. And you can call us. We're going to have more right after we take a check.